Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Juton, the villain of truth spoken word of the evening. As per usual, it's going to be a one-off, which means there's not going to be any audience, there's not going to be laughing, cheering, crying, screaming, or applauding. So please keep your hands and ears inside of at your side, until I finished, and then feel free to applaud, even though I won't be able to hear you. This Canadian appreciates any sort of value that you might find in the words I give, because, well, let's just say it's been lots of years of silence after thousands and thousands of poems. So here we go. Tonight's poem is called The Poetic Dark, and the Poetic Dark is a place that I go sometimes on accident, where very beautiful things were created, but they're very dark. Often about, suicide and depressive things, stuff like that. But generally speaking, that comes from a place of empathizing with those in that situation, because I myself have no real inclination as to take my own life. But yeah, some people do, and I hope that the words that I write inspire them to come out of where they are. So anyway, I'm going to read a bunch of tweets that I did while in the Poetic Dark, and we'll see how that goes. We're going to read them kind of like streamlined, so I'll read them as like a paragraph. Yeah, we'll keep going, just like that. So here it goes. The Poetic Dark. A unique structure. Order, transgression, mental push to rationalize faith in a world of wishes. Fiction, or wishful fictions, ability to send us into idle comforts, forgetting to live. The death of mental illness, of prejudice, the birth of unprecedented love and understanding, which leads to acceptance. Things I don't know. I think I read that one the other day. Anyway, continuing on. Some say sink or swim. I wrote myself a ship without a white flag. Thereupon sailed the endless seas of imagination into my empty soul. So let's do a couple of my favorite ones. This one I wrote while I was cycling in a park in Glasgow, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it just shows that like it happens anywhere. Once this kind of mentality takes over, it just goes. There's nothing I can do about it. It just goes until it ends. I kind of got to snap myself out of it eventually because it's kind of soul sucking, which is lame. But whatever. Let's see if I can find this one here. Survival hope of the heart tactics off. I'm the last of the Hydra watching my other selves drown, and I go willingly with them into the hole in my wrist. Leeching off borrowed moments of time, sanctuary scene that what's left inside the heart's battleground. Willing extra fate curricular activities. Rate your answer 1 to 10. Why are you alive? Oh, -0. Hopeless, romantic, pessimist, blood at the -1. Positive for the sake of everyone else, save self. Dear Allmother, whatever theology is true, bow to the vaccine of fate. Hope faded from the plague of human reasoning after destiny's fall. Friendless victim of misunderstanding, no living soul could embrace the poison in my mind. Ask why, let alone walk for a moment at my side. Just keep searching for acceptance. Dream of the white noise within. Hope can't pretend I'll find it anymore. I will never be a truly part of this. No creative God could pull out the arrow bleeding the heart on my slit wrist dry. Raise no arms to lift my drudge out of the anchor of my chest. Sink my eyes into the arms that surround me. Too bad they are my own. A fool sucked back into the illusion of love and acceptance that is a lie. That's a life. Anyway, here we go. Insufferable of syllables. Consciously worded self-destructive arc of the plot. Valve of consequences. Voice command shut off. Failsafe. An everyday attempt to to empty the hard drive of the heart. Breaking breaks the rules of suicide. Should have filled a hole the rest of my life. The cloud of darkness is past. The illusion of solitude worked out by poetic means, healing through art. I recommend you find your dream. Calm is the vibe of men who dream of taking a love stance of the heart's virtue, reflected will for another, peace alive where she is. Goddamn the 80,000 lines that met my silence. All of these things I ever had to say, recognition will come after my wrists have paid the price. 10,000 days of rain, clouds parted and I begged them to stay. Hey, it's gray out. And it's the only goddamn color left for me. Shade of my lost, forlorn soul. Drowning soul drenched by years of silence and ample rain. Single-digit fist holds the chain of hope against the undertow. I dream of the unattainable. Acceptance. Emotionally breathless after a flicker of hope's mantle rekindled went dark. Rearrange the heart yet again. Push for love past the lonely pain. The world in 7 days, no moment's rest, dawn of mankind of at a loss in the struggle to appreciate the virtue of love gone mad. Paper personality disorder overly produced and malignant spread through the soul, killing off dreams tumor. Host accepted no treatment or love. Ugly black ghoul duckling trapped in the mirror. Shadows chains hideously overdone. No escape for I accepted the life of a lonely parade. Mac, this one got favored on Twitter the other day. That's just a funny note because that doesn't really ever happen. Mike checked the love at the door for the petty verbiage boasting of sexual glory, appalling revenant dialogue with dollars, and ghosts of death. This is greed. Rap. Hey, yeah, I think that's it. That's all I gotta say tonight. Well, I did some this morning, but that's all I gotta say tonight. Keep the faith, your horn side, for the metal, for the music, and for the poet, the dreamer inside of you. I love all you guys, and keep dreaming. Pursue your dream. It's taken me 9,000 poems plus the beginning of this new adventure in podcasts. All met by silence. So when you dream, you just got to keep going. You just got to keep going until you're utterly spent, and then you keep going after that because there are people in this life that don't even get the chance to find their dreams. Because I like to say that everything willed by man is fate, and some people's fate, it's fucking stolen by those assholes that rape, pillage, and burn worlds down because they've got no conscious ground to try and resurrect people from the darkness that they prescribe over other people's lives. This is not cool and socially acceptable. It's not acceptable in the world of virtue where the decrepit value of chivalry is nearly dead. That's a one-off from my brain. Wow. I wish I knew where that came from, but now it's went. Anyway, you guys have a great night. It's Feeling of Truth, Juton. Thanks for tuning in to another podcast. Continue the applause. Yay, me! Whatever, I mean.